Hi everybody, I'm Brad Roberts. I'm from a band called Crash Test Dummies, and yes indeed, that is the sound of the New York subway system. I think it lends a certain note of authenticity, don't you, Stuart?
Yes, I do.
Everybody, this is Mr. Stuart Cameron on guitar. We're going to open up with a song called Heart of Stone. Never forget the first time we met on the beach by the sea. Just opened my eyes for our surprise. You were looking at me. And I wish I owned a heart of stone. And I knew it was over then. I knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. When you go and I'm all alone, I'll wish I owned a heart of stone. I was taken aback, was thrown off my track by your beauty and joy. But the wind blew your hair. I just lay there and stare like a stupid schoolboy. And I wish I owned a heart of stone. Yeah, and I knew it was over then. I knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. When you go and I'm all alone, I wish I owned that heart of stone. Sit holding hands, make so many plans about the places we'd go. But the years quickly passed when it came to the last. Well, we never left home. Now we are old, both our stories are told, and we wait for the end. And if you're first to go, I will follow you, know that my heart will not mend. And I wish I And I knew it was over then. I knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. And when you go, and I'm all alone, I wish I owned that heart of stone. All right, so this one's called When I Go Out with Artists. When I go out with artists, they talk about language and the cubists and the dadists, and I try to catch their meanings and keep up with all of the martinis. I don't know which should be my favorite paintings. If I could see all the symbols, unlike what they mean, maybe I could meet the artists, get to know them personally. If I were David Byrne, I'd go to galleries and not be too concerned, and I would have a cup of coffee, and I'd find my surroundings quite amusing, and people would ask me which were my favorite paintings. If I could see all the symbols, unlike what they mean, maybe I could meet the artists, get to know them personally. What if the artists ran the TV? Well, all the ads would be for fine Scotch whiskey, Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, the whole single malt family. The artists of the future will make up new things and different nomenclatures. They'll stand among the pictures, and they'll sing and laugh and quote from scriptures, and when they go home they'll dream of brilliant paintings. If I could see all the symbols, unlike what they mean, maybe I could meet the artists, get to know them personally. If I could see all the symbols, unlike what they mean, maybe I could meet the artists, get to know them personally.
I messed up the ending.
I don't think our listeners out there in the viewing audience noticed. This is the first song that Crash Test Dummies ever had on the radio. mostly in Canada, and that's okay. Tarzan wasn't a ladies' man. He'd just come along and scoop 'em up under his arm like that, quick as a cat in the jungle. But Clark Kent, now there was a real gent. Would not be caught sitting around in no jungle scape, dumb as an ape doing nothing. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. Sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Hey Bob, soup at a street job. Even though he could have smashed through any bank in the United States, well, he had the strength, but he would not. Folks said his family were all dead. The planet crumbled, but Superman, he forced himself to carry on. Forget Krypton and keep going. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Well, Tarzan was king of the jungle and the lord over all the apes. But he could hardly string together 4 words. I, Tarzan, you, Jane. Sometimes when Soup was stopping crimes, I bet that he was tempted to just quit and turn his back on man. Join Tarzan in the forest. But he stayed in the city, kept on changing clothes in dirty old phone booths till his work was through, and nothing to do but go on home. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. This is a song called In the Days of the Caveman. When you go on camping trips, you're stuck right out in nature. Forage in the forest like a primate, using sharpened tools instead of hot plates. Your thumb and forefinger supposed to show you're not a wild beast. You can hear the noises at night time. They don't have to keep a certain bedtime. Seeing the shapes of my body, leftover parts from the apes and monkeys. Sometimes when I lie awake, I hear the rain fall on my tent fly. Think of all the insects that are sleeping and wonder if the animals are dreaming. Seeing the shapes of my body, leftover parts from the apes and monkeys. In the days of the caveman and mammoths and glaciers, bugs and trees were your food then. No pajamas or doctors. And when I finally get to sleep, I dream in technicolors. I see creatures come back from the Ice Age, alive and being fed inside a zoo cage. Seeing the shapes of my body, leftover parts from the apes and monkeys. In the days of the caveman, mammoths and glaciers, bugs and trees were your food then. No pajamas or doctors. In the days of the caveman and mammoths and glaciers, bugs and trees were your food then. No pajamas or doctors. Okay, so this would be the money track. The song where I couldn't think of any words for the chorus. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard. Once there was this girl who couldn't go and change with the girls in the change room. And when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain, had that always just been there. But both girl and boy were glad, 'cause one kid had it worse than that. 'Cause then there was this boy whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain, had they'd always just gone